So my life has been very, 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 very busy. And I'm sure yours is too, which is why you're clicking on this video. Now you may be asking, how do I get all these personal projects done with all this other stuff going on? And if so, great, because that's what I'm going to answer for you today. I am a full-time student who works about 20 hours a week part-time on top of that. And to top all that off, I have developed 4 indie games that are available on my itch.io page, and I'm currently working on a 3D parkour platformer called Neon Revolution. All that alongside making videos like this one for all of you. So the big question is, how, when I have all this other stuff going on, am I able to get any work done on game development or on making YouTube videos? And how do I do that? By the grace of God, honestly. It has been difficult, but there are definitely some things that I focus on to make sure that I at least get something done. And I'm going to go over 3 of those things that I focus on. So the first thing is to set mental boundaries and have different zones between activities. So you can think of your brain in multiple different sections. I know it's not actually like this, but at least for me, when you go to work, you turn on the work section of your brain. You get home, you turn off the work section, and you turn on the home section. Now that could be if you work on your personal projects at home, something like, say, game development in this instance. Because when you bring work worries to school, or school worries into game development time, you do much less quality work. Because if I'm thinking about my work experiences in school, it is not going to help me focus on school. Because focus is the best way to actually get stuff done. When you are focused, you're going to be able to get a lot more things done. You need to find out how to do this in a way that works for you personally. It may just mean that you visualize these imaginary compartments of your brain for yourself, like your different side of your brain for at home and your different side of brain for at school and different side of your brain for at work. Or it may instead mean that you have something that signifies you're in a different zone, whether that's maybe using a work computer just for work. So say when I turn on my work computer, I am now doing work stuff. I'm not doing school stuff, I'm just doing work stuff. Or if you have a dedicated computer for school, then you just, when you turn on that computer and you go to use that, you do school stuff on there. That's a great way to keep those different zones separate. Who knows, maybe just physical location change is enough for the mental change for you. For example, just thinking about work when you're at work and thinking about school when you're at school. This is the most straightforward one, but it's probably the hardest way to think about it because it's very easy to bring those worries elsewhere. Second thing I want to focus on is finding out what motivates you. Because motivation doesn't come naturally, at least all the time. It may when first starting on something. So when you first start on a project, you may think that you're never, ever going to not want to work on it. But eventually, burnout will come, it will get more difficult, and it will make it harder to stay consistent with that project. But you need to find a way to stay motivated even through those times when it doesn't feel as fun to work on anymore. So I made a full video about motivation and the ways that you can improve motivation, especially when it comes to developing games. So be sure to reference that up here. Honestly, even for me, having worked on game development for over 3 years now, I still sometimes have to hype myself up to working on some of this stuff, whether that's YouTube or game development, because as you go along, it's just so much that you have to do as you go along, and so many different steps, and seeing the same project over and over and over again definitely makes it more difficult to keep coming back to it. But big thing for me is visualizing the goal. This can look like excitement or fear, although it sounds weird, so just hear me out. Sometimes I just think about what the end of the game will be like, and the satisfaction that I'll have to have it be done. When I am thinking about how it will be at the end, it gives me so much motivation to want to keep working on it. This is most of the time. It helps me really want to actually get to that point so I can get that satisfaction of being done. Now, the fear, that's kind of a different driver, although it works well. It's not probably the healthiest mentally, but it still works. For me, this looks like thinking what a 9-to-5 desk job looks like and how much I do not want that. And then I feel a lot more motivated to work all the harder on what I am trying to accomplish now, which is develop games. Because I would much rather develop games for a living than work a traditional 9-to-5 for the rest of my working life. When I think about what I can have if I just keep working on what I'm doing now, it helps me. Even when I don't feel like it right now, I know that the long-term gain is going to be so much better. And this pertains to a lot of things. Thinking about the long-term gain over the short-term hardships and suffering is a big thing to focus on. The third thing I want to point out about getting stuff done when I'm super busy is making a to-do list. Now, this one may sound pretty obvious, but to-do lists help me keep track of so many things and remind me of what I need to work on so that I don't forget it. This means I don't miss as many deadlines and definitely helps me know exactly what I need to do at every given time. It helps me know what I need to work on ahead of time, so I'm never sitting down and thinking, I wonder what I should be doing right now. I don't have to do that then because I know what I need to work on. Also, it's a huge motivator to check off things off of a to-do list, at least for me. Being able to see the results of hours of work and having a to-do list that is fully checked off makes me very, very happy. So yeah, I overall wanted to make this video to give some value to you guys while explaining why I am not posting as much right now. I'm not giving up on game development or YouTube. I'm still here. It's just that life is very busy for me right now, which is no one's fault but mine. Although I do love being busy, but I'm human and I do get burned out. I'm just trying to still provide some content and value for all the 10 of you that'll get to this point in the video. But lastly of all, thank you. Thank you for watching, thank you for engaging, and for motivating me, whether directly or indirectly, throughout this process. I greatly appreciate all of you guys watching and supporting my channel, and couldn't have gotten this far without all of you guys. Well, I hope that you liked how I did this video today. If you liked how I did this video today, I would really appreciate it if you would leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel if you're not already. If you have any questions, comments, video ideas, any of that cool stuff, leave it in the comments below. I will be happy to read it and respond. And if you're having trouble getting work done on your game, maybe just feeling like you have enough time but you're not getting enough progress done on it, it may mean that you're being too perfectionist about it. And I have a video about that right here that explains the different steps to getting over perfectionism and how to use it to your advantage. And if you're interested in the game development side of things and my progress on Neon Revolution, I have a video about the animations I just did in that right here. Thank you for watching.